Now from SRV Studios, Mr. Craig Thatcher.
I go to work every day from 9 to 5. Ain't making much money, but I'm staying alive. I don't know what this is all leading to. Sit around all day and just dream about you. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. The other day I was dreaming when the boss man came. He saw me hide some paper where I'd written your name. He looked at me and said, time to get some work done. It'll soon be 5 o'clock and you can have your fun. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. Well, every time you're near me, my heart's on fire. Ain't no drug that could get me high. If you let me love you like I wanna do, we could be so happy, just me and you. I'd rather be out having fun instead. You're the only woman make me feel this way. If you only had some money, I could quit today. Oh, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. I can't get you off of my mind. You take up all of my time, even when we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart. You off my mind. You take up all of my time, even though we're apart. I can't get you off my mind or out of my heart.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the Schuylkill River Valley for Sidetrack Sunday number 1 for May 2023. I'm John, of course, and really glad to see everybody here. So let me say hello to a few people here. I know Stephen from Wigwag Workshop was the first one in, and he's actually been in and out a few times. Great to see you, Stephen. Sorry, I've got no cookies. Cookies don't last real long around here. My little girl tells me I'm the biggest cookie monster she knows, and she raised 3 kids, so I guess that's saying something. All right, then we had Ethan Armitage. Good to see you, Ethan. Appreciate you stopping in. And Paul from the CNNW Mondavi line. Excuse me, folks. The CNNW Mondavi line was in earlier. Good to see you, Paul. Let's see, Hot Rod Rodney. Good to see you, Rodney. And Brian from Inked Rails. Nissy J. Good to see you, Nissy. Roy Container Man's here. Good to see you, Roy. Boxcar Jerry. Good to see you, Jerry. The train freak dropped in on his way to bed. Appreciate you stopping in, Jason. Let's see, JD's here. Let's see, James from Dundas Junction Model Railroad. Good to see you, James. Mike's Deep Run Railroad's here. Good to see you, Mike. And Dwight from Curly Express. Good to see you, Dwight. Let's see, who else here? Kyle Stevens is here. Good to see you, Kyle. Derail Darrell. Good to see you, sir. And Vinny, BNSF 6951. Appreciate you stopping in, cuz. Let's see. Ron Moen's here. Good to see you, Ron. Let's see. Norman Rowe. Good to see you, Norman. And Mark from M&M Rails. Appreciate you stopping in, Mark. It's good to see you. Let's see. Who else? I think I said hi to Kyle Stevens. Joe Rader from the Black Rock Central Railroad. Good to see you, Joe. And it just jumped on me here. I lost it. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Good to see you, Stormy Sky. Jack. Good to see you, Jack. I see somebody saying hello to Dave CRE. I didn't see him, but oh, there he is. Good to see you, Dave. Appreciate you coming in. And Heath from Humanity Junction. Sorry, Heath, I have no idea who is streaming for STS tonight. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where that went. All right, Sparky 107. Good to see you, Sparky. Let's see. And it looks like I made it to the bottom. Well, I appreciate everybody being here. It's great to see everyone. If I did miss saying hello to you, I apologize. Just please don't throw things at me. Hey, there's John number 7 from Mystic Railroad. Good to see you, John. All right, so we're back on the Drawbridge Diorama tonight. Let me clear that thing off of there. All right, well, that's not working real well tonight, so let's see here if I can make it go away. My popping up the messages isn't working real well tonight, so there it is. Ray Burleson, good to see you. Sparky, if you went up, I'm assuming you went up the northeast extension of the turnpike, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and when you just before you got to the Quakertown exit, you were about maybe 2.5, maybe 3 miles from my house. It's a shame I didn't know you were coming by. I would have arranged to meet with you someplace, or you could have come here, of course. Let's see. Heath is starting to pack for the Greeley, Colorado meet and greet, and he needs to figure out what to bring with him. Let's see here. Okay, so I am back on the Drawbridge Diorama. For those who have been following along for the last about year and a half or so. Yeah, Sparky, you were really close, man. Like I said, 2 to 3 miles. I could have easily met up with you. Happy Valley Hobbies. Good to see you, Edward. Appreciate it. I have no idea why this thing is so slow tonight, but oh well. Okay. So for those of you who have been following along for the last year and a half, as I've been dragging this out a little bit, you may remember that for the walkway along the drawbridge, I tried using this stuff. I don't know how well you're going to say it. Anyhow, that is the that mat that you put under your dishes and stuff in your not dishes. All right, Sparky, October. Yeah. Let's see if we can hook up then. Unless, of course, I end up in Timonium in October myself, which is a possibility. Anyhow, this is the mat that you put under like your silverware and stuff in your kitchen drawers to keep them from sliding all over the place. Hey, Tom, Heath knows how to drag out an unboxing. I know how to drag out a diorama. Anyhow, I decided to try this, and when I used it, I couldn't decide whether I hated it or liked it. I was going for like a thick, heavy metal grate or diamond plate. And unfortunately, this didn't look close enough to either one of them to suit me. The more I lived with it, I just couldn't keep it. It definitely doesn't look like diamond plate. It looked a little bit like a metal grate, but the way the pad was made, there were lines where I guess it was overlapped when they made it, and it looked fake, and the distance between those overlapped lines wasn't far enough for me to be able to just cut through it. So anyhow, I really wasn't happy with it, so I have ripped that all out. You also may remember that I had built scratch-built windows for the control booth, and I really wasn't happy with them either. They, Vinny, yeah, I know I can get diamond grate. I considered even some brass screen would have worked real well. But the whole idea of this diorama was to try and buy nothing. This was, other than the paint and probably some glue that I used, everything else was scrap material or scratch built. So that's what I was going for. So I was really hoping not to have to buy anything. And so far, I mean, I've managed. The bridge itself was given to me. It was pretty much in sound shape, but I rebuilt it, and that looks pretty good. Frank Steeler, Fahrenheit 20. Good to see you, Frank. Talk to Big Jim. He could print you some. Well, we'll get to that in a second, Dwight. So anyhow, I had made some windows for the control booth, and they came out nice. They fit well, but I just didn't like the way they looked. There's Thomas from Split Rock. Good to see you, Thomas. The problem, Roy Eltham. Good to see you, sir. The problem. To me, anyhow, was it looked too modern. It looked like metal frame windows, and that's really not what I was going for. And I also needed to come up with some outside metal stairs for so the operator can actually get into the booth. So in the meantime, I had picked up a small resin printer. I've had my my filament printer here for quite some time, but the place where I buy all my computer equipment for the last 35 years has gotten into 3D printing and all sorts of maker gear, laser etchers and CTC machines and a variety of stuff. And they had it's a small one, but it's a Creality resin printer. Ray Bobo, good to see you, Ray. Appreciate you stopping in. That was it was on sale, and they were just when I got this offer. Now I've been dealing with them for like I said, 35 years or more, and I buy all my computers there. I buy my for not just myself, but for my business. So I bought quite a few things over the years, printers and other peripherals from them. So I often get special offers. I get before they're made available to the public kind of offers and that sort of thing. And they had this this printer on sale for half price. So it was $99. And for $99, I could not walk away from it. So I headed over there and I picked one up. So then, since all of this is custom, and it's something that I intended to be scratch built, I headed over to SketchUp to design what I needed. So let's take a look here. Here's the stairs and the windows for the control tower. Artie, good to see you, man. I need 2 sets of stairs, one to get up from the parking lot, one from the lower level up into the. And I'm sorry, this is not what I wanted to show you. Let's take a look at this. Here's the control booth windows. This is what I designed in SketchUp. The window on your far left is the rear window of the control booth, and the others make up the front windows. As you can see, I modeled them with the windows partially open. The top windows are just vent windows. So that and they're all, of course, made to scale. Here's the metal stairs that I designed, and this is just a fairly standard outside metal staircase. No risers. Sparky says no one can see Mystic. I can see Mystic, and I'm quite certain that Mystic is not blocked. So I'm not really sure why nobody can see him. And here are the diamond plate panels that I did for the walkway. Let's see. Once I learned in my own eyes, I could see again. Okay. So this was all done in SketchUp, and I ran them through the printer, and this is what I ended up with. Here is Ray Bertelson. I think I missed you. Good to see you, Ray. Roy, thank you. I appreciate it, man. So here's what I came up with for the windows and the stairs. I'm really thrilled with how the windows came out. They look so good. They look better in person than what you see here. And let's see, there's Rodney again. Well, you're a mod, Rodney, so apparently the moderators can see Mystic, but nobody else can. No idea why, John. I will after the stream. I'll go back and double check to make sure you're not blocked. But I know you're a subscriber, or you wouldn't be posting here. So anyhow, the windows came out. I couldn't be happier with the way the windows came out. The stairs came out pretty good, except Ray Ron VR. Good to see you, man. The stairs themselves came out really good, but there's Chris from Go Veer Go Home. Good to see you, Chris, and he can see Mystic. And so can Edward from Happy Valley, and Brian from Inked Rails, Stephen from Wig Wag Workshop, Kyle Stevens. Everybody can see John. The only thing with the stairs is the handrails did not print it all. Oh, okay, Sparky. I guess I should have realized that with this crowd. No problem, John. With this group, you got to count on confusion, man. My handrails didn't print at all, and I think there's Cameron from Caboose 121. Good to see you. Artie, I think I said hello to you. If not, hello. I think what I did is I think I just modeled the handrails too thin to actually print. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do with them yet. I could easily just redesign the handrails and just reprint the stairs. Or I may end up just making the handrails out of brass wire. Not really sure which way I'm going to go yet. Let's see. Here is the diamond plate panels. And Heath says that he thinks I was meant to make the handrails out of brass or piano wire. And I just might end up doing that, Heath. I'm not sure. I may try reprinting them just because it doesn't take all that much resin to print these. And kind of like to see how they come out. Let's see. So these are the diamond plate panels. I am really happy. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, man. Do I even know how to play the piano? Well, honestly, Split Rock, many years ago, I was teaching my granddaughter how to play the keyboard. And her grandmother was shocked, and she said to me, "I didn't know you played the piano." And I said, "I didn't. All I have to do is stay one page ahead of the kid in the book." And that's what I did. So I can noodle around on it a little bit. What was the one song I taught her? Oh, "You Are My Sunshine," and she actually played that at a recital and got an award for it. So I was actually pretty proud of that. So these are the diamond plate panels. They came out really good. It's probably tough to see. I think I have a better picture. Yeah, there's a zoomed in picture. It's a little tough to see. They look better in person than they did here. The only thing that hey, there's Scott, the Waycross train spotter. Good to see you, Scott. Appreciate you stopping in. If I make these again, and I'm sure I'll make stay one step ahead, right? Exactly, exactly. Just like I'm building the diorama, and I'm sure I'll be printing more diamond plate. Dwight, no, I didn't use any supports. I originally I was going to, because I designed them with those windows open, but I decided to just go ahead and print them as is, and it came out perfect. I didn't need the supports, and I was glad I didn't bother doing it. Let's see. You Are My Sunshine, written by Jimmy Davis, the governor of Louisiana. I didn't know that. That's cool. The only thing that, and it's not going to affect the diamond plate for this application, but when I print them again, I will definitely make them thicker. That was not the most pleasant experience getting them off the build plate. There was a good bit of colorful language involved, and I did lose a couple of them that shot across the room, and I've absolutely no idea where they ended up going. I think that was everything. Okay, so with all that said, give me a second and let me pull over bring the diorama over here to the desk, and and we'll get started. And Split Rock is questioning whether Louisiana has a government. I think you could probably make that comment about most states around here. All right, so give me just a second, folks, and I will be right back. Okay, here we are. We're back. Let's see here. Okay, and Heath, I did see your question. I just forgot to answer it. What color do I call that? That is, it's spray paint, it's Krylon, and it's, what is it? It's Ocean Mist. So, let's see what we can do. Find my glue here. And something to put it on. Okay. All right. So now I would normally have used the E6000 to put this together. But I ran out, so I'm going to be using some super glue. And I'm really not sure that that starting a family was the idea Craig had in mind when he wrote that song. It's actually a tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it's entitled SRV, which is one of the reasons I chose it. Let's see. Thomas, I'm not even going to touch that comment. All right, so let me get a toothpick here. All right, so we're going to start here with the back window. And everything, I test fit everything earlier, and everything came out perfect, fitting perfectly. Let's see. I didn't want to use super glue, only because I end up getting super glue all over my fingers every time I use it. I didn't really want to do that live. Let's see, the HO scale bridge tender should be inside learning how to play the guitar. All right, so that one fit in pretty nicely. Now, let's get this side window here. So there's that one. Oh, we'll get to see John glue his fingers. Yes, Cameron, you already did. Slightly. Use tweezers and wear gloves. You know, Dave, there's a name for guys like you. Problem with gloves is I end up gluing the gloves together. And I actually did bring my tweezers up specifically for this, but oh well. Brian, now this is a standalone diorama. I started building this when I was preparing my layout room for a layout, and it had been. There's Les from We, Us, and Company Railroad, and I think I finally got that right. Good to see you, Les. I hadn't modeled for quite some time, and I was kind of chomping at the bit to get back into it, so I decided to build this. It came about. Hey, Thomas Grassi, good to see you, Tom. And there's Paul from the C&W Mundabi line. Good to see you, Paul. I recently just checked out Paul's channel. He's got really a fantastic looking layout. Oh, good, Les, thank you. If you haven't come across Paul's channel yet, I encourage you to go ahead over and check him out. It's really nice looking layout there. You know, Tom, I used to have, I don't know what the difference is. I can't say that there actually is a difference. I used to have a problem like that with my super glue until I started using Bob Smith. Bob Smith Industries. That's my favorite super glue. I have the most luck with that I've ever had with super glue. And it really... Thomas's super glue instantly glues anything but the two parts he's trying to join together. And somehow I managed to get that all together without gluing my fingers together. And Mike, the real artist, is here. Good to see you, Mike. Appreciate you stopping in. And David from Low Country Railroad. Good to see you, David. So there are the windows all in place. I'll see what I can do about getting you a better picture before we leave. Okay, Tom, you don't use it enough. Yeah, I understand. It's like my definitely not my go-to glue. Bob Smith super glue. There you go. That's it. Thank you, Norman. And actually, if I'm going to be using a lot of super glue, I usually put a little bit intentionally on my fingers because super glue doesn't really like to stick to itself all that well. And then I can handle everything, and then a piece of sandpaper, and the super glue comes off my fingers along with my fingerprints, of course, but they grow back. Okay, so those windows are in there, and I gotta say, like I said, I will see what I can do about getting you guys a better shot, because this came out, I'm real pleased with the way this came out. Okay, now, as far as when is the train's initial run over the bridge? Actually, Artie, it should be, well, we'll see. At least another month, but maybe 2. But it will be 2023. To put these what are they called, stairs on, I'm just going to use a little tiny bit here of Elmer's glue all, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep these or not. So I want to be able to remove them easily. But I'm real curious to see what it looks like, so I want to actually install it on the diorama here. So let's see, that one goes right there. And this one runs down to the parking lot. Who gets to cut the ribbon for the grand opening? I don't know. Maybe I should have a contest for that, huh? Let's see. All right, that's looking, I am really pleased with this. Yeah, like I said, Edward, I used to use those single shot little super glues myself, because, like I said, I always hate super glue. But this stuff, I like this Bob Smith. Like I said, I don't know that it's different. If it is, I don't know how it's different. But I just know that I have a lot more luck with this stuff than I do with any other super glue. Now I'm going back and putting the roof on here. The roof was not 3D printed, that was scratch print. So let's see here. Scratch built, I mean, not scratch print. So let's set that on here. Let's see. All right. I know better, Rodney, I know better than to ask Heath to open anything. I think all of the STS guys have learned that one. I absolutely hate Gorilla Glue super glue. That's probably the worst super glue I ever used. All right. So that's all right, Vinny. Enjoy dinner. Appreciate you stopping by, man. All right, let's see here. What time do we have? Oh, it's only 8:30. Good. All right. So now let's see how these fit in here. They fit perfectly. Let me find my where I put my tweezers. Give me 1 second, folks. I will be back. Heath, the Loctite gel, I didn't like that either. John, I appreciate it, man. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me go find my my tweezers. Okay. Sorry, Edward, that was 2 seconds. Lost tweezers again. Yep. Tweezers are one of those things that I always just seem to put them down and never where I need them. Yeah, John, you noticed I didn't put that music back up. Let's see. It's vital. Your heart really. Okay. Yeah, you know what? As far as the supports are concerned, I was looking at this. They're looking at the design, and nothing was hanging out all that far. And everything was small and light enough that I didn't really think I was going to need the supports. So I decided to give it a shot without them. John Tanzillo, good to see you. Other John, appreciate you stopping in. So these panels here, these diamond plate panels, they were designed to be like 6 feet long, scale 6 feet long, and about 3 feet wide. Hey, there's Rick from the Foltz Bailey. Good to see you, Rick. Alright, you're not going to go, so we'll do you that way. Alright, David, good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. So a few of the panels I did bugger a little bit getting off the build plate. Like I said, they are just way too thin. So I will redesign that for the next time I print these guys. All right, Dave, good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Ooh, sit down there. Why aren't you sitting down? I'm using the medium gel on this. How hard was it to learn SketchUp to draw out the details? There is definitely a learning curve to SketchUp. It's not horrible. It's just the way uses the mouse is not terribly intuitive if you've used any other program. But once you get that down, it's actually not bad. It's really accurate. It gives you lots of dimensions and really fine control over it. I've done a few things on SketchUp, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. I like it. I certainly wouldn't use it for everything. Fusion, John Tanzo says Fusion 360 is better. That's entirely possible. I've never used it, and I'd actually like to try Blender at some point. But so far, my experience is with SketchUp. Rusty, Possum Bayou, how are you? And Fred Wild, good to see you, Fred. All right. So this is the medium gel that I'm using, which gives me a little bit of working time, and I can reposition pieces to an extent if I need to. Let's see. So that panel doesn't want to stay there. I'm probably going to have to go back and play with that one. Yeah, Mike, I do have to go back and straighten that one, and it doesn't look like it wants to straighten out all that well. So, we'll deal with it. So, Dwight, Fusion 360 is way over your head. I'm usually pretty good at figuring out software. And Les uses SketchUp to do his background pics from Google Earth shots. That's cool. SketchUp was great for designing woodworking projects. Blender is good to 3D CG. Yeah, the only thing that I find SketchUp lacking, and at least in the free version, I don't have the paid version, is any kind of organic shapes, any kind of multiple curves, that sort of thing. SketchUp isn't real good at. And it's entirely possible I didn't print enough of these. So, John got his son to use it for him. There you go, John. So far, I've been able to use SketchUp for anything that I needed. Like I said, I designed these things. I've designed for my glide up gate. I designed the handles and the little thumb pulls, and then a few other things. Yeah, Tinkercad is decent. I've seen it, but I was already familiar with SketchUp when I first saw Tinkercad, so I just stuck with Tinkercad. I mean, no, I didn't. I stuck with SketchUp. I know Tinkercad is what Nathan DeLay uses, and he does some really nice work with it. And Tinkercad is what Brian at the Iron Horse Route uses for designing his kits. Scott, you're going to find sometimes people give you a thumbs down for no reason, man. You can't worry about that kind of stuff. some of the videos of mine that I thought were the best were had gotten thumbs down. So yeah, you just got to look at it as the people giving you thumbs down probably haven't posted any videos. They probably don't even have a channel. So I really wouldn't worry about their opinion too much. Jimmy from DIY and Digital uses Tinkercad too. Oh, cool. Tinkercad is also used by Luke Talon. Oh, I didn't realize Luke used it. I'm not going to switch just because Luke uses it, but it is interesting nonetheless. Yeah, you're right, Rodney. Welcome to YouTube. Edward from Happy Valley uses FreeCAD. Okay, I've never used FreeCAD. Haters gonna hate. That's right, Fred. Haters are gonna hate. Mike at Putnam Junction. Good to see you, Mike. Appreciate you stopping in. So these are definitely going to look better when they get weathered. And Ken Amos, how are you, Ken? Good to see you, man. A couple of these I buggered up a little bit, trying to get them off the build plate. Like I said, they were just way too thin. Kind of surprised I got any of them off. Running out of glue here, so let me get some more. Where did I put my glue? There it is. Timothy Conard, good to see you, Tim. Appreciate you stopping in. And Tom says 9 out of 10 model railroaders use Tinkercad. That's interesting. I guess I'm the 1 out of 10, huh? Caboose misses the days that they showed the thumbs down. He liked messing with Heath, huh? Let's see. I think tonight I'm just going to finish this side, since I don't have enough of these panels printed. Ian, good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, so I got one side of the walkway in, and I'm going to need to print another sheet of the diamond plate panels. Let me get this out of the way so I don't glue my arm to it. And let me see if I can get you guys a better picture here. Yeah, this isn't too bad. All right, here is the the front of the control tower. You can see the windows in place. And let me turn it around. And let's see, where is it? Here's the back window. And the two sets of staircases. And let's see, and you can see the walkway panels along that side of the alongside of the bridge. John, this is just a display diorama. The area that I'm modeling didn't have any drawbridges, at least not in my time frame. So it's just gonna be a display. Oh, thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Excuse me 1 second, folks. Oh, I lost let me fix my camera here. Zoom back out. Thanks, Mike. And Cameron, appreciate that. It needs, still needs some more, and Ray Ron, appreciate that, sir. It needs some more weathering, especially the stuff that I just put on tonight, obviously. So it needs a little bit more weathering, some rust on the diamond plate panels, and I still have a few more details to add to it. I don't have my fisherman in place yet. I was saving that towards the end since he's just a figure standing there. And thank you, JD. I appreciate that. And I didn't put the thanks, Norman. Oh, thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. That was all done with tissue paper and Mod Podge, kind of the way Markelin of Sweden did it. That's I copied his method. No pants allowed in the train room. Exactly, man. Thanks, Darryl. I'm wearing pants, John. They're just shorts. It was a warm day today. So I do need to put on my fisherman. I need to put a windshield on my boat. Somebody in the boat driving it. And there's going to be a few more details added. Dwight, it's a Creality LD002R. It is a very small printer. What are the measurements? The build plate is like 119 millimeters by 65 millimeters, and it can print 160 millimeters tall. So it is pretty small, and it's a fairly slow printer. But for $95, man, I couldn't turn it around. I couldn't turn it down. It's ideal for printing small detail parts like this. I don't think I would want to try printing anything large with it, although I probably will end up doing that. But so far, I'm real happy with it. I mean, there was nothing there's no setup involved. It was just take it out of the box and plug it in, basically. I've leveled it. Thank you, Heath. Appreciate that. I leveled it and checked the exposure. The exposure was perfect. And I didn't bother printing the little test model that they send with it. The first thing I printed was the windows, and they came out real good. The test model, I've seen pictures of it, and it looks really good. It's the Eiffel Tower, but it's a 19-hour print on this machine, and I didn't want to wait 19 hours just to see how it came out. The The windows took me 15 minutes. Ray Brian, yeah, that's the idea. Detail parts are they can be expensive, and this way I can design exactly what I want and print them, and that saving money is what I'm all about with this. Like I've said before, every $5 or $10 I can save on little things like that is 10 or 20 I can spend on trains. So, which is a better investment as far as I'm concerned. It's the regular price I think is $199, John, but like I said, it was the company, the store that I buy my computers from. They were getting into this, so that was an introductory offer kind of thing for the regular customers, and it was $95. So I headed right over and picked it up. So I'm real happy with it. It's the diamond plate panels. They took 8 minutes to print. Exactly. Dwight, it's perfect for small stuff. JD says it's on sale now for $109. So that's not bad. That's pretty close to what I paid for it. The staircase I think took. What did that take? That took a little bit longer. That was more like 26 minutes or something. And from what I've read, this is a relatively slow machine. So this stuff would have printed a lot quicker, of course. But, the printing time doesn't bother me. I'm not sitting there babysitting it. I set the printer to get the printer started and walk away and do something else. So, unfortunately, this store isn't all that close to me. It's probably about an hour and a half away. It's much closer to my office. My office is about 45 minutes from here. So it's about 35, 40 minutes from my office, which is really why I started going there in the first place. But I've been so happy with the quality of their computers, and I buy their brand of computers. It's Micro Center is the store. I don't know, some of you, they're all across the country, although they only have a couple dozen, so they're not in every market, of course. And the store, Micro Center, is actually owned by PowerSpec, which is the brand of computers, and that's all I've used for 35 years, and I have been very happy with them. The price is great, and the quality is really good. Steve 87, good to see you, man. No problem, I understand. The sun came out, huh? First time in a while for you, huh, Steve? Yeah, Dwight, I'm with you. I don't care how slow it prints. I'm not sitting there watching it. I don't have to babysit it. Thomas likes Micro Center. They're my favorite computer store. But yeah, like I said, I don't sit there and babysit the print. The first thing I printed on my filament printer, I sat there the entire time and watched it. But that was just because it was fascinating, just to watch this thing appear. And it was only the little test model that came with it. I don't remember what it was, a little dog or something. But since then, you start the print job and walk away. So people that complain about the length of time, it just doesn't bother me. All right, folks. Let's see. I did not know Micro Center was still in business. Haven't seen one in years. Yeah, it's a shame they only have, like I said, maybe 2 dozen, maybe 30 stores spread out across the country. So they're not in every state. They're definitely not in every market. And I would really love one to be closer than an hour and a half for me, but it's worth it. I'll drive the hour and a half. It's not like I go there all the time or anything. Although they did send me, I have to read it. They did send me an email. They're having a special on laser engravers and CNC machines so that could be dangerous. You have, all right, Stephen has a Micro Center 30 minutes from his house. Okay, that's cool. I know Dave CRE has one pretty close to him as well. So they're around. They're just, they're not in every market. Anyway, that's about all I had tonight. If I had printed some more of those diamond plate panels, I'd have been able to finish that up, but I will get to that off camera. And when we come back to this, I'll hopefully be putting the final details on it. And after that, I'll take it outside and get some really good pictures and be able to share them with you folks. You guys have been following along long enough. You definitely deserve to see the final result. Kyle, thank you, sir. So I appreciate everybody being here. It was a lot of fun. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. And it's Micro Center like Radio Shack. No, it's more, they always were just computers and printers and, software and, other peripherals. But lately they've been getting into the like I said, the maker tools. Ken, hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Ken. Mike, have a good night. Ian, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. So let's see. Tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken, will be Trackside Mike for On Track or Off Track Monday. And is this week Wilmer? And this week should be Tony on Track Tuesday. Thank you, Darryl. Appreciate it. Thanks, Edward. I did want to mention that May 30th is a Tuesday. It's On Track Tuesday, and it's the 5th On Track Tuesday for May. It will be on Wilmer's channel, and I'm going to be a guest. So Wilmer wants to talk about my scratch building, about the Drawbridge Diorama, and I don't know what else. So hopefully I'll see you folks there. So thanks again for stopping in, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your evening and a great week. And I'm sure I'll see you on some of the streams during the week. So have a good one all.